Hello, I know it's weird. I'm doing a third video in this shirt. These are all being recorded in the same day. In fact, if y'all would realize, One Punch Man was almost recorded 5 minutes after I finished my review of Death Note. But now I get to talk a little bit about something that's a hair bit on the controversial side. As you can see, this is a Rantings and Ravings, of course, and I have to weigh in and give my own 2 cents on something. Simple because there's one thing I actually kind of feel like not enough correctness is actually being said that's happening through all of this. I believe there's too much bullshit constantly being flung back and forth between both sides, and it's becoming stupid. And of course, it's exactly what I'm talking about. As those who are wondering, in case you've been living under an internet rock, PewDiePie, the largest, most subscribed to channel on all of YouTube, had a live stream in which he said the N-word. No, I don't mean no. That would actually be kind of funny. People, he said no, oh my gosh. I don't know what that voice was. But no, of course he said the racial slur against black people. Now, to quickly just dispel anything, to give my own opinions about what the hell and why I see this whole thing as just a bit overblown. I know that's going to be the only thing. People are like, oh, how dare you, rape black people will get depressed and all this. Shut up and listen to the whole thing. I'm going to go ahead and say it. No, he shouldn't have said that. That was insensitive. That was unthinking. It was ignorant at its best moments. I mean, it was woefully ignorant. But with all of that being said, like I said, it's like the word shouldn't even be around. I wish we didn't have a word like that. But to be fair, we have many other words that I try to refuse to say. Any words, that are so rough against gay people. Those are against people of Jewish descent. Hell, there's even ones against people who are of Irish descent or of Italian descent, German descent. It's a disparaging thing that we constantly do as a society, which is kind of sad to think about. And I think PewDiePie should, think a little bit better next time he tries to let his anger free flow. That being said, holy shit, are people losing their shit over something they don't know a fucking thing about. Should he have not said that? Yes, that's not even up for debate. There is not a single person that said it's okay that he said that. Nobody is defending the fact that he said it. What they are attacking or having issues truly with are the people who are trying to label PewDiePie as a racist. Is he a racist? I don't know. I don't know the fucking guy. But I do know this much. From what I have watched of his content, I'm not a PewDiePie fan, so that's an issue. But I have watched a number of his different videos, and he doesn't strike me as a racist. He strikes me as an idiot at best. PewDiePie doesn't strike me as some guy who has he's not gifted with a lot of intelligence. He probably actually is a really smart guy, but his videos annoy me at their best of moments. But he just seems to be a guy who tends to lack a filter in a very bad way. And I know some people, well, I don't have very much of a filter, and I don't do. That means you do have a filter, because you have enough of a filter to tell yourself not to say certain words. Like, even I know I have slipped time before, and I have said retarded. And, oh no, I said retarded. And to be fair, it's like, I do regret saying that in that context. But again, it wasn't a disparaging comment, particularly upon somebody's race, which is the one thing that bothers me. It's like, people are like, oh, well, this proves he's racist. And everything. No, it doesn't. It doesn't prove anything. It's like, okay, so anybody who is angry and they call somebody a motherfucker, or they're playing a video game, or they scream, it's like, I fucking wish I could just kill you, or something. Even if they're speaking in the context of the game itself or anything, that means that they really want to murder somebody? That means they want to commit murder? Yes, so I wish the ignorance would stop. It's part of the thing that makes multiplayer such a toxic zone of just unpleasantness. But this isn't an instance of anybody showing their races or showing anything. All this is an instance of somebody being an ignorant asshole. And that's what it is. Do I think PewDiePie should probably lose sponsorships, or do I think he should not, have, or maybe people should be willing to pull their ads from his videos? Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think he does need to, not be pretty much championed by YouTube in all essence. Because regardless of them saying, well, we took away his shows and everything, you still promote him. Like, he is one of the main channels that is offered to any brand new subscribers as somebody they can subscribe to when it comes to YouTube. His content is still front and center under the gaming channel. Do we have, like Pro Jared or I'm trying to think of one, PBG, who I'm not even a huge PBG fan. I actually think his stuff's better than PewDiePie. Or do we have anybody else who actually does good gaming videos front and center? No, we have the one who's the biggest, well-known, so we throw PewDiePie, and then YouTube gets all shocked and abashed by the fact that one of their main contributors they didn't realize is kind of an idiot, and then, oh god, we're going to slam the hammer on all the creators. That's the worst problem with this whole issue, is this ignorance by one person is hurting creators. I'm not even speaking of just the simple racist thing that are starting to go around, which I'm going to touch upon here in a second, if I can. My brain's train of thought sometimes likes to derail a lot. But really, this is just going to lead to YouTube getting harder and harder on creators. I mean, this is something that's already happening right now. I mean, we have so many creators who are getting their videos demonetized simply because of supposedly, oh, we physically went through and saw that we wouldn't meet our standards of video or advertisable, videos. And it's like, what? Such as, like, I know Linkara's had a few videos demonetized simply because of the title. I know that Cecil Tracenberg, I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, a gentleman from Good Bad Flicks, who most of his videos have very little cursing, or if it is, every now and then there's a fuck, but it's nothing compared to some of my shit when I get really angry. But he reviews a lot of horror-based stuff, but it's never even showing the actual image of anything half the time. And most of his videos are demonetized. What the hell? And we're sitting here trying to act like this is what we need to do. We need to do this. I mean, this is only going to be an excuse for YouTube to want to come down harder on creators and do what they've already been doing for the past year and a half, and that's push creators away. I know this video is still going to be on YouTube, but if I were to find a platform that is better than YouTube, still allows me to be able to put stuff up without me having to feed tens of thousands of dollars into a yearly, hell yeah, I'm jumping right on it. I wouldn't look back once just because of draconian practices that are currently being practiced by YouTube. It's either YouTube itself or it's Google. Most likely it's YouTube, because Google, from what I've seen, doesn't really get that many shits. Google's like, I don't care. We got billions of dollars. Why would we care if somebody says something stupid? Are you kidding me? We say stupid shit all the time. What I do hate is that this is going, like I said, this is hurting YouTube creators. Especially considering nobody is doing the right thing here. Saying that what PewDiePie said was wrong, yes, but he said it in the heat of the moment. Does it still excuse it? No, but I'm just saying, it's like, it doesn't mean that, oh, we're going to jump to the conclusion he's a stark raving racist or anything like that. Which gets on to another point that's been bothering me about this whole issue. Why does that make him a racist? Again, it makes him ignorant as hell, but do you see him going around in a clan outfit? Do you see him constantly making remarks to this? Or better yet, did y'all not watch the rest of this part of the stream that happened where literally seconds after the confrontation ended between him and the guy that he called the N-word, he immediately said, "I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have said that. I got lost in the heat of the moment." He did apologize. He did say something. I mean, do I still think he should lose some or do I think his video should still be demonetized for a bit? And maybe he needs to work back into the good graces of YouTube and the community? Yeah, but again, that's not what's going to end up happening. Instead, YouTube and its advertisers, because they don't mind doing this and saying, "Screw you all, we want all the monies," will say, "No, everybody gets hurt." And that's the thing. It's like, because people are just jumping up in arms about screaming racism, 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 you're hurting the creators by the end of it all. And that's the sad thing, is this is just going to lead to more and more creators like, "Hey, guess what? No, your videos are demonetized." Simply because of the fact you mentioned anything about PewDiePie. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if this video actually made any kind of views or anything. This video wouldn't be able to be monetized, not because of anything, but simply because I'm mentioning PewDiePie. That's insanity there. That is completely insane. Just because I would mention something and speak about a controversy, that instantly means that I shouldn't get any money for it. That my opinion shouldn't be spoken about. My opinion matters less simply because I'm speaking about a controversial subject. Heavy on the quotes there, because really, what is controversial about this? In fact, that's the sad truth to all of this, is that there are so many people wanting to jump down the throat. Like I said, they're screaming racism, racism, but not a single person can really say what is racist short of the fact they said a word. I mean, I can think of about 1 billion different things easily that he could have done or shown or did or anything that would have actually proven racism. And that's not what we got. No, we got none of that. Instead, we just got a guy who was being an ignorant ass. I mean, where's the controversy here? I mean, why is this having to be a subject that is being regurgitated over and over? This is appearing on news. I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be on the nightly news later or anything like that. Why? Because a guy said something stupid? Yeah, he said something stupid. Is he a politician? Did he say it to purposely degrade anybody? No, he said it because he's an idiot. Why? Where's the controversy here? I don't get it. I sorely miss the point. I don't get why this has to be this subject that we have to instantly label somebody as. Just for instance, like, let's take it into let's flip it around. Let's say we have a famous YouTuber or a famous Twitch player, and he happens to be black. Okay, cool. Let's say he's fighting guy, and he's like, "Oh, you stupid crackers, you dumbass honkies," saying, obviously these are meant to be degrading words against white people. Is anybody going to even take heed for 1 second about him saying that? Is anybody going to jump onto the wagon of saying he needs to be banned or he needs to be kicked off this? Probably not. That's the sad part. And it's a sad thing that it's like, it's ignorant in even of itself if he were to say something like that and also not apologize. Now, that's what people originally were angry about, but most of the ones who I saw were the angriest only saw the pretty much clip that I had first saw, and I was like, okay, well, I sure hope PewDiePie apologized. That was my first thing. Then somebody had actually posted up more of the stream and actually pointed out where he did apologize, which was almost immediately after that. And it's one of those, so what is everybody angry about? And I'm like, oh, because we're being given half-truths. It's a common thing. I don't know. It's one of these things where I'm just trying to figure out why does this have to be as massive of a problem as it is. Does it speak to ignorance? But yeah, it sure does. Does it speak to the ignorance of an entire race or entire nationality? No, it's just one guy. And if you're going to really try and hold one guy responsible, no offense, it's just like the similar posts who say, is ISIS, because of how terrible they are they the entirety of Islam? Just like, is the Westboro Baptist the entirety of Christianity simply because they are ignorant assholes? No, that's idiocy in and of itself. I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to get it because I really don't. I wish that for a while we can step back and actually look at the entire story. I wish everybody would be willing to read more into this instead of just, oh, instantly I need to take to Twitter and voice my opinion quickly against this because I know if I don't, I'm going to get labeled a racist or I'm going to be labeled as somebody who agrees with it. Why? Like I said, everybody's agreeing. He shouldn't have said it, and it was stupid and ignorant, and he should probably lose some sponsorships, and also he should probably, and maybe YouTube could directly say, all right, we're going to demonetize your videos for a month. Deal with it. But to say that, oh, we need to allow YouTube to get even more psychotic or more into everything and demonetize millions, if not billions, of our videos simply because of the fact we don't like that they say this one word or this word. Who's to say what words are going to begin to become ineligible to be said? That's the reason why I don't agree with this pretty much banhammer way of dealing with things. Like, focus on the one individual who caused this problem or who actually did this thing instead of, oh, because this person said something about the PewDiePie controversy, banhammer. Oh, this person said something, banhammer. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if I find somebody who is very ardent against PewDiePie in a situation to possibly flag this video simply because they don't agree with the fact that I'm not saying to pretty much put the guy on a stake and light him on fire. That's a sad part, and that's the sad thing about how we live in this particular world. But to be fair, YouTube brought it on itself. That's the sad part of all this, is that really this is just going to hurt creators in the worst ways possible, all because of ignorance. And that's the problem. A vast majority of creators, I would say 95% minimum of, constant creators, myself, I put out a video every week if I can help it. But like I said, a vast majority of creators are just like us. We're normal Joes. We're just normal folks. Sure, we like to, get in front of a camera and technically I'm talking to a wall, even though there's a camera in between me and the wall. But we don't have any issues one way or the other. We don't have problems. We don't say that much stupid shit, or the own stupid ideas I have, like how dare I not like Harry Potter, or how dare I think Dumbledore is evil. It's kind of strange that because of this, it's not going to help anybody. And I didn't expect it to, but you would expect it to only affect PewDiePie. But no, because everybody's taking such a harsh, kill 'em all stance with this, everybody's going to get hit. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if, say, like Angry Joe, if he were to put out a video, even if it was a video, I think, even if he, decried PewDiePie and stated he should lose his whole channel and everything, I personally, even me, I think that's a little much. It's to the Michael Vick situation, I think, in a way. Michael Vick was, found guilty of, organizing animal fighting and all this, and it was proven that he, that he went to. Sorry, brain is all scattered. But it was proven that he did all this horrible stuff to puppies, pit bulls, and all that. And he went to jail. He paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines. And on top of that, now he is constantly speaking on behalf of the ASPCA and many other pet organizations to say it's like, oh, well, this was wrong. And he even, to this day, he still says what I did originally was wrong. And I regret it. Do I think we still need to, we need to fire and brimstone upon him? No, I think he's paid his debt. He's at least tried to show once that he does understand what he did was wrong. I think that's what PewDiePie should. He should at least show that he did accept, he understands what he did was wrong, and he wants to make amends. Maybe educate himself a little bit and not be so stupid with his wording. That'd be nice. But instead, there's too much cries out for PewDiePie's head on a plate, and it's like, really, there are far worse things. It's like, show me where he actually has done more harm, actually, then maybe you might have a point. But right now, you're screaming for blood whenever it's an unnecessary breach. That's my own opinions about this. Like I said, I see this more as this is not going to end well. Like, PewDiePie is going to be fine by the end of it all. Like, maybe he loses 1 million subscribers. Woo. But the worst thing is that this is just going to lead to such horrible ban hammering to smaller creators. Creators who aren't like PewDiePie, who have the funds to be able to pay to get their videos fixed, or copyright trolls, or copyright, like infringements will just start screaming down. Like, how dare they even speak bad about my work? That's libel, that's defaming, and everything. Even though everybody's allowed to have their opinion, especially if it is a review. I've been having that issue personally myself for a while, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I'll just say, it's like, if y'all want the short and long of this, fuck PewDiePie, make him lose, or have him lose some sponsorships for a while, maybe demonetize his videos for like a month. Let him just have to figure out a better source of income, though I'm pretty sure he already does, and let him technically have to pay for it. But until then, let's quit braying for blood. That's not going to solve it. In fact, that's going to make the situation a lot worse. So, that's all I can say about it. If you agree, you don't agree, put a comment. I will try to respond if I can. I work over the next few days, so I will try and get to them when I can. So, we'll see how it all rolls out. If not, I only ask, like, please don't flag the video if you can help it. Just because you don't agree with it, just hit a dislike on it. I'm cool with that. So, until the next Rantings and Ravings, which hopefully is far less political, a lot more movie or game-based or something. We'll see. So, until then, I'll go ahead and say bye-bye, everybody.